My name's KD, and today we'll be taking a look at the AceVolt Campower 700. I'll do an unboxing and provide my initial thoughts on this portable power station. I travel quite a bit for fun. My primary hobby is Brazilian Zouk. It's a newer dance style and it's still growing, so I travel for larger dance events. When I'm traveling, I live and work out of my car, so I have a camping mattress in there, lights, fans, and I rely pretty heavily on a power station similar to the Campower 700, so I'm very familiar with this type of device. AceVolt reached out to me about a year and a half ago. They wanted to know how I use my portable power station when I'm traveling, and they invited me to join a community campers to give them feedback on their product design. So they actually took some of my suggestions and implemented it into this current Campower 700. So I'm actually very excited to be one of the first people to open this up, test it out. This is an upgrade for me compared to what I'm currently using based on the changes that they made. AceVolt did send this to me to create content for you guys. So for the next few months here, I'll be outputting some videos on what I do with this power station to give you ideas for how you can use a portable power station. So that said, let's take a look at what's inside this box. It took the Campower 700 about a week and a half to get to me. It came in this giant box right here. You can see that that is taped all over, so it was packaged very well. So this did get shipped through FedEx, and there was some damage here, but we'll see whether there's any damage on the inside. Front, you got the AceVolt Campower 700. But on the side here, they have some marketing stats. 5 times product lifetime, 2,500 plus charge cycles compared to 500 plus charge cycles for lithium ion. On the back, you have a picture of the AceVolt with their brand. Side, same stats, and then back to the front. Let's see what's inside. I'm really hoping that they're packed this well so there's no damage to the Campower. So let's see here. It says explore the world, recharge your soul. They do brand themselves as like a camping company, and they have a pretty nice camping blog if you're interested in that on their website. So here we have our product manual and the warranty policy. So the Campower has a 30-day return policy, and it's a 2-year manufacturer warranty. This box here should be our charging cables. Yep. So there are 3 ways to charge the Campower. The first is through our standard car cigarette lighter. We have this cord right here. This is used for solar, so if you have solar power panels. And then the last way is through your standard house AC plug. If you're using this right here, you would pair this with this block adapter that they include as well. So there's a large piece of foam in here that should have kept this safe. Looks like it did. So there's a lot of space in here between the battery and the box, maybe about like 2 inches, 1.5, 2 inch. So that's okay. So first touch, this is very comparable to other lithium ion batteries I've used. This is a hard plastic shell on the outside, seems to be about the same type of material. You have the logo, AceVolt logo on the side, and it weighs 22 pounds, and I can feel that weight is heavier than what I'm used to. But once I put this in my car, I don't plan on moving it around much, so that's not a big deal. The handle is nice. I can feel there's a rubber grip at the bottom here, and that's comfortable. There is a wireless charging station at the top here. So it's listed as output of 15 watts. So you can use that to charge your phone or other wireless devices. But the exciting stuff is in the front here. So let's take a look at this. For output, we have a USB-C 100 watt. Right here, you have 2 fast charge. You have a flashlight here and 4 AC outputs. So you can see there's 4 AC outlets here. Options of 2 and 3 prongs, 100 to 120 volt, and a 700 watt. So there's a 700 watt inverter split between these 4 outlets. We have our standard cigarette lighter down here, and I like that this has a nice little cap that fits snugly. There's a DC 12 volt 10 amp. It looks like there's 2 plugs here. I've never actually used these before. I don't know exactly what they're used for. So if you have a use for DC 12 volt 10 amps, you know what this is used for, please let me know. I am very curious because the other 2 portable power stations I've used also had these barrel plugs, and I had no idea what they were used for. Bottom left corner, we have our input MPPT. So this is 12 to 28 volts. 200 watts, and this barrel right here would work with the 3 cords that come with the Campower 700. Looking at the top, there are 3 buttons here. This is your on-off for your DC and USB. For your AC, and it looks like there's a green light to indicate it's on. This also turns on your display. And then this last button is for your flashlight. So there are 3 settings here. We have our light, our bright, and our SOS. This was shipped to me at 62% charged. Your input is 3 digits as well as your output. And with this SOS light, you can see it's fluctuating between 1 and 2 watts. So it's nice to know what's coming in and out of your device. Let me turn this off now. I also noticed when I turn on the display, this light on the side turned on. Looking at the back, we have vents. So the other side, there's that same AceVolt logo. And on the bottom, I can feel this already. There's some pretty strong grips down here. We have 2 rubber grips, and I can feel this when I pull across my fingers here. And I can feel that that's very grippy. It's moving my entire table here. Campower 700, I would say, initial impressions, I've been very impressed with AceVolt so far as a company, and with my interactions with them and the Campower or the camping community. This seems to be a very sturdy device. Between lithium ion and lithium ion phosphate, I'm very excited about the lifetime of this. So 2,500 charge cycles is huge compared to 500. I really like the fast charge. I made that suggestion to them and they actually implemented it, so I'm very excited for that. To me, this is going to change the way I use this power station in my car. I'll actually have to change some things in my car for my setup, but it'll be for the better. USB-C 100 watts output is great. This should work for most of your portable devices, like your laptop. A lot of laptops have adapters of like 45, 60, 90, 100 watts should cover it all. 4 AC outlets, of course. I like that everything here has a lid. I guess the only few things that I would say initial impressions wise where I'm not a fan of are this light right here, because this turns on every time you turn on the display. There's a bit of weight to it. 22 pounds is heavier than what I'm used to, but it's not a big deal. Same with the size. I'm not a big fan of the slanted design for the handle. I do have a wrist and elbow injury, so we'll see whether this makes it uncomfortable. Again, I'm not planning on lugging this around, so it doesn't really matter too much. And I like that it's very grippy at the bottom. So overall, I'm very impressed with it. In my first look of it here, I'm very excited for this company and to have this to test out for the next few months here. Hopefully you guys found this helpful, and if you're interested in the Campower 700, stay tuned. I'll have some more content coming out in the next few weeks here. Thank you guys.